This presentation is brought to you by the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are a for-hire broadcaster. If you would like us to stream your league, contact DayPaulB661 on Discord, member number 1015. Thank you, and enjoy the race.
Hello and welcome to the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are broadcasting the ASMR Hauck Designs Truck Series, the final race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. As you can see, we're rolling around under caution, getting ready. 1 to green. You're going to see that pace truck take a hard left, and Barney the flagman is going to be waving that green flag here soon. So here we go. We've got the 88 Nick Berlo contending for that points lead, bringing them to the flag tonight. Chris Bates in that 10 truck to his outside. The 998 of Tim Wilken, your points leader, 2 points ahead currently, and hoping to get a good run here tonight. And Carlos Ramos going to round out your top 4 as Barney the flagman has the green flag in the air as Nick Berlo takes off. And you see the 88 gets a great start. The 998 Tim Wilken on the inside going to try to make a move around Chris Bates in that 10 truck. Bates looks like he gets a little loose off turn 2, but he's going to have a great run down the backstretch. Wilken still battling on the inside. And in the third row back there, that looks like it's going to be the 20 of last week's winner, Marquise Smith. And thank you, Marquise, for getting some numbers on that truck that we here in the booth and all your fans watching can see. And then looks like the 10 truck still stuck on that outside. It's going to slide down in front of the 7 of Ed Hauck and the 90 of Carlos Ramos. And I hear on the radio 10 is pitting. 10 is coming to pit road here on lap number 2. Sounds like possibly a drive-through penalty, as the 998 Tim Wilken, your 2 points leaders, are going to be battling down the front stretch. And Wilkins is going to go to the inside of Berlo, as you're seeing the 10 truck make his penalty down pit road. So let's jump back up to the front in the 88. And we've got the 5 truck on pit road as well for a penalty, and it looks like the 88 has been able to maintain that lead. Going through those, you see the 998 going to try to cut underneath, just not able to do it quite yet. These guys again battling for the points here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the virtual Atlanta Motor Speedway. And the 998 just trying to get up there and just going to fall in line for now. The 20 trucks showed all that speed last week at Martinsville, came home with the win, led every single lap almost. A couple drivers led 1 or 2 laps, but the 20 truck dominated last week. So here we are out front with the 88 of Nick Berlo leading Tim Wilkins. And then you look a little further back there, 3rd place in the points. Ed Hauck lurking in 5th position back there, intact with this group. And that truck there in 4th position, that's going to be the 90 truck of Carlos Ramos, doing a good job so far. These guys all real tight. Ed doing a great job of staying in contact with these drivers up here. And then as we go through the field, it looks like we've got Patrick Coro in the 99 in 7th position, or 6th position right now. Started in 7th, up 1 position. As you see, the battle for the lead still. That 998 Tim Wilkins still putting some pressure on 88 of Nick Berlo if he makes a mistake. Looking to capitalize. And let's see if we can go on board with Tim Wilken here and see what he's looking at in the cockpit of this truck. So you see him here just on the gas, and it's not much time off throttle in these trucks at Atlanta, at least not until the tires wear. So 7 laps into a run here tonight. We are going to get a competition caution at some point. And so it looks like at some point we're going to get a competition caution. I would suspect it'll be around lap 40, but hard to say there. And sorry, just trying to get a message out to one of our broadcast partners to see if they're going to be able to join us here in the booth tonight. So it looks like the 20 of Marquise Smith is still okay. Well, he is not going to be able to join us tonight. So that is all right. We will carry the broadcast here tonight on the Electronic Motor Racing Network. So Marquise Smith still running that bottom there, definitely lower than the other 3 trucks that are around him. You see Ed falling back just a little bit in that 7 truck in 5th position right now. Everybody just trying to mind their P's and Q's at the moment and stay up there. You see the 90 of Carlos Ramos getting a run on Marquis Smith on that outside, coming down the front stretch. He's going to easily clear him. Not sure if the 20 just kind of pulled over to let him go there or if he had an issue off turn 4, but looking like he's just kind of being smart riding at the moment. And all of these guys, just like we said a second ago, minding their P's and Q's, want to get to that stage break, log some laps, feel the truck out. It can get really loose here at Atlanta with the rough surface and everything going on. Of course, right now, as we speak, Atlanta Motor Speedway being resurfaced and reconfigured. So they will have a new surface here on the iRacing service probably as soon as that construction is complete. A lot of debate on whether or not that's what they needed to do, but if you've ever raced here, as the 20's in the wall. He slid up the track, got a little tight off the exit, and just brushed it. No, I don't think that's going to cause him any damage long term, but definitely going to cause some time there. Dominant last week, as I've stated already, but still not having the night that he had last week, as we've got the 10 truck who had to come down pit road for a pass-through penalty, and the 5 who came down pit road for a pass-through. The 10 still on the lead lap as the 20's up in the wall again. So maybe he has wore out that. Yeah, he's wore out those tires just too much already, and he's definitely turning entirely too much in the car. We want to hop in that cockpit view and see as Ed's going to get a run underneath him, and you know, as tight as he's been in 1 and 2, just not sure if that's going to be a position he's going to be able to fend off, as you see him trying to run a little higher now. And he's still on and off the gas and made it through cleanly that time, but that second time he hit the wall, I think he probably did a little bit more damage than he did the first. And you see the leaders up there starting to move around a little bit. That's Carlos Ramos ahead of him, starting to move up the track just a little bit like the 20 is. So something else that the 20 could be doing is just trying to find a different line, and just overcooked it a little bit for that higher line. Got up in that dirty stuff and kind of pushed up into the wall. So certainly a treacherous track here, as you see the 7 get a little slideways off turn 2. And as these guys are running now, they have currently fallen off 1.2 seconds. Has Nick Berlo fallen off from his fast lap of the race. So major fall off at this track. So, and it looks like Ed Hauck in 5th position. He ran a 31.3 as a fast lap, and his last lap is a 31.1. So doing a much better job of saving his tires than the leaders at that during that lap at least. So Ed has some pace here as we work lap 15 of 95 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And that was the fastest lap the last time by. This lap so far, Chris Bates at the tail end of the lead lap right now had the fastest lap, a 32.7 to a 32.8 for your leader. So doing well, and it looks like Ed Hauck has fallen off now a full 2 seconds from what he ran. He's been in the wall. Okay, yeah, you can see that damage right there on the left-hand side, or the right-hand side of being in the wall. So, Alan, we didn't get time to see what you're looking forward to through the race, but here we are under green flag, man. Tell us what you're seeing.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of tire wear, a lot of fall off. Like you said, about a second and a half under where we started the race at. I'm also seeing a lot of guys wearing out the right front tires already. I mean, you see the 90 car's been in the wall, the 7 car, the 20 car's been in it twice. It's been kind of crazy, but a lot of fun to watch, honestly, and we've got a serious points competition coming up here. As I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller, and I am going to bring up the point standings here. Jesse, why don't you tell us a little bit about what these point standings look like?
Yeah, so right now we've got Tim Wilken out front in the points, currently running P2 right behind his biggest challenger, Nick Berlo. Only 2 points. That is only 2 positions. Now you do get a point for a 0x, so if both these guys are able to keep their trucks clean, that will be a bonus point. So they either need 1 position on track or get 2 positions on track and a 0x. So Nick Berlo is going to have to finish in first, and Tim Wilken finish in third or back, or if they get an X at any point in the race, as we're watching Ed Hauck here, who is in third position in the points, currently, oh, what is that? 11 points back.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that graphic. I apologize.
That's 18 points back.
18, okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't seeing the graphic, and
yeah,
I looked at the wrong name.
Chris Bates is 19 back, and then Patrick Coro is 28 points back. So those guys, really, they're not in contention for the championship, but that's a pretty mean battle for that third position right there between Hauck and Bates. And Chris Bates, after doing his drive-through, he is currently by himself on the lead lap, but 26 seconds back.
Yeah, and he just ran a 33.3 compared to the leader's 33.0. So, again, 2 seconds fall off already, and they're able to go to the competition caution on a single tank of fuel. But if you're not able to pit and save a lap, so you're gonna want to wait till the competition caution comes out, or the stage break. I apologize. Either way, it's a timeout in halftime show. We'll get that for you, but you're gonna take 4 tires as you're looking at the 10, and there's a big battle for 5th place, Bruin. 4th place, really. The 90 truck has fallen back to the 7. If we can jump onto that battle here.
Sorry.
And yeah, you see Ed trying to work his way around Carlos. And Carlos running that high line. Ed's making some ground on the bottom, and that has brought the 128 of Jake Anderson back into the picture, as he has made big gains on this long run. You see the 90 wiggling around on the backstretch. Not quite sure what that is about, just trying to get a feel for the truck, it looks like. As Ed is going to almost get the position, not able to get clear yet, leaves him plenty of room on the bottom there, doesn't come up to side draft or anything. These guys trying to keep their trucks clean. Looks like good hard racing tonight, as the 7 of Ed Hauck is going to get by for that 4th position. Gonna do a slider. He needs to get up there. He needs to get up there. That 128 of Jake Anderson's gonna pass both of them. Yeah, 90 definitely gave him a break, Alan, to just burp the throttle a little bit, let him up, as you see some net code and some flashing from Ed Hauck there in that United States Air Force paint scheme. Again, Veterans Day, we want to thank all the veterans out there. We appreciate your service and sacrifice to our country for the freedoms that we have, and we wouldn't be able to do all this without each and every one of you, so we appreciate all that you do for us and all that you have sacrificed, and we are thinking about each and every one of you this evening.
Ed Hauck with the U.S. Air Force paint scheme. We also have Patrick Coro with his Lockheed Martin scheme with that shield up in the front. Looks really cool. And his teammate, Brandon Benedict, also has the shield. So really cool to see all these paint schemes coming into the works. So
yeah, absolutely. And as we just run through the field here, the 998, the 2 truck of Jeffrey Johnson, running in 11th position. So Ed moves into that 4th position here, started P6 and is up. Jake Anderson is so far your big mover of the race, starting 11th. Currently running P5, so he's always been a long run truck, and tell you what, if you want to, you see a lot of damage on the right front of Ed Hauck. And if we want to jump in far chase, we can see that a little bit better. And you can see definitely there's some separation. I'm sorry, rear chase. I apologize for that.
Let's just do this.
Yeah, there you go. So there's the right front quarter panel. You see all that damage in that split up. So there are 2 fast repairs in this league, so he's going to be able to come in and get a fast repair at the end of this. It seems to be hurting him here. The 128 not able to get by, as passing is so difficult at this track.
128,
especially on these used tires.
Doesn't look like he's been in the wall at all. So his truck is clean. Let's check the 88. Oh yeah, his truck is very clean. He's 3.5 seconds almost ahead of Tim Wilken. So right now, Nick Berlo is your points leader, it looks like.
No, that is he would need 2 positions ahead of Tim Wilken. So Wilken's up by 1 point.
He's so far led the most laps, and
okay.
he has led a lap, and I don't believe Wilken has.
No, he has not.
So that would be a difference.
Nick Berlo. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you're right. At this point, he would be ahead by 1 position. Then, so
caution's out. That's the stage.
Here's your stage break at lap 30. So, we're gonna get all of these drivers
that is another point
back
that
around.
Nick Berlo has on Tim Wilken. So he is now 2 points ahead of Tim Wilken in the standings.
Yeah, and we will see. You know, I don't see any way anybody stays out here, as everybody's 2 seconds off the pace of their fast lap at least. So we're gonna have to Tim Wilken's gonna have to beat him on short run there, and you know Tim's fast, so he could make up. So let's see, go through the field here, get in far chase, and we'll look at the front of all these trucks and see who's going to be taking fast repairs. I would say, so it looks like the 88's good, then the 998 looks good, and the 20 has been in the wall a couple times, but I don't see much.
Little bit. I see a little bit of damage.
Yeah, maybe a little bit there. So everybody on pit road here, so let's see how it goes for everybody. So you're going to see Nick Berlo's get that first pit stall, and hopefully he will be able to, we'll see if he's able to get in the pit. See if he's able to get in there, gets those 4 tires. See the right side's up right now. Drop the jack, run around to the left side. They're going to get that up, get those left sides changed. Expect everybody to take 4 tires here. Nick's going to get off first. Tim Wilken.
3 very
Marquis
solid
Smith,
stops right there.
Ed Hauck, 128, Jake Anderson. So, and then it looks like Carlos Ramos, Patrick Coro, those guys come out top 7. So as they work this caution, why don't you and I, Alan, take a short break here, and we will be back to catch the restart at the ASMR Hauck Designs Truck Series.
presentation is brought to you by the Electronic Motor Racing Network. We are a for-hire broadcaster. If you would like us to stream your league, contact DayPaulB661 on Discord, member number 1015. Thank you, and enjoy the race.
And welcome back to the ASMR Hauck Designs Truck Series. We are joined by Stage 1 winner and new points leader, Nick Berlo. Man, you're out there, you're out front, you led every lap of that first stage. What do you need to do to continue that trend?
I just need to watch the tires. I'm not really that fast right at the get-go. I'm just trying to conserve the tires early so I can have them more later, which I think kind of showed right there as I was pulling away more and more as that run went on. If this stays green, I love my chances right now. As with how I was running that first stage, but if we get a bunch of cautions, obviously that throws a whole wrench in the system, and who knows what's going to happen at that point, but I'm just hoping for it to stay green after we go green right here.
Absolutely. You were the fastest on track there at the end of that run on the last lap that we ran. So, real quick, are you able to make it to the end of this race on fuel without a stop?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No.
All right. Thanks, Nick. Good luck the rest of the way.
I appreciate it.
All right, Nick Berlo, your new points leader, Stage 1 winner. Let's see if he can keep up the trend here. Let's take a 15,000-foot view of this restart, Alan. Let's get up there in that chopper. To the chopper.
I went to the blimp.
Okay, to the blimp. Schwarzenegger doesn't say that, so I like
Get to the blimp.
All right, pace truck is off in the restart zone. Nick Berlo takes off, and he gets a great jump. Marquis Smith on the inside in the 20 truck. Gonna almost, looks like he's gonna be clear of the 998. So what a start by the Marquis Smith, and that is huge for the championship implications. Also huge for the race win, as we know Marquis has pace. He's a very fast truck, as we saw last week at Martinsville. And look at this battle for fourth. That is Ed Hauck in the fourth
someone
position.
in the wall, the 90.
Yeah, the 90 in the wall on corner entry.
Very interesting place to hit the wall.
Well, it jumps out at you into that.
Look at this battle for the lead.
Yeah, 3-truck battle for the lead. The 998 going to try to take it on the outside. He knows he has to be in finishing position right there in the front. Let's jump. Look at that hornet's nest in the back.
Oh my goodness.
So that is the 33 of Jesse Hedges right in the middle of that. The 66 of Andrew Maletta and the 2 of Jeffrey Johnson. So these guys all fighting hard for the tail end. That would be 9th, 10th, and 11th position there on track. And we jump back up front to the battle for the lead. That's the 88, Nick Berlo leading him, the 20, Marquis Smith, the 998, Tim Wilken. All of these guys know how important it is to get all the positions you can on fresh tires. When you have the grip, you have to go get them. Everybody's bunched up.
This is an awesome battle.
Yeah, you see Wilken on the outside, not going to have a fender, but the 20's
he does.
Some room, and it's a good thing because he did have a run. And now it looks like Marquis is going to try to get under 88.
Oh, boy.
And what pressure is that putting on Nick at this moment where Berlo's out front? He sees this. There's a crash. He saved it, so we're going to stay green. Let's get back up to this battle for the lead. What a save by Johnson.
998 is up next to the next to Marquis, and he's going to try.
Berlo's, he's having a hard time deciding who to block.
Oh, 998 is there. Wilken had to wash up at the racetrack a little bit to avoid Berlo, who throws a big block down the backstretch.
I think he thought Berlo was going to swipe up into him as he tried to decide who to block there. And Wilken is just trying to get to that outside. He knows this is important. It's just when you're wide open through the corner on these early runs, it is darn near impossible to make ground on the high side, although he's doing it. Not quite clear yet of Smith, but working on it. This has been an awesome battle for the lead for the last 5 laps. We restarted on lap 36, and we're working lap 40, so going on 4 laps here. And these guys are doing an amazing job keeping out of each other, but still racing hard and clean.
And the
it looks
person,
like Wilken is clear. So these are your 2 championship battles up front. And he's going to do the crossover.
pass
He gets
in the grass.
Saves it.
He's
but
to
he's
his
gonna come back
inside.
up. It's the pass in the grass all over again.
Oh, that was tight. And Marquis Smith to the outside as well.
Yeah, and that is not what Wilken wanted to see, as he knows he needed that clean air to be able to make the run off the corner, as he just made that pass on the outside, but it took him 4 laps to do it.
So the person that all that racing hurt the most was Marquis Smith. Not being able to go all the way up to the wall, that was wearing out his right front tire a lot more. But I see right here, it looks like he was just kind of saving it, because he's right there back up with the 88.
Yeah, he was a half a tenth faster than the leader that last lap, and you have to wonder what this long run is going to look like. These guys have been pushing hard for these 6 laps, and there's been no tire conservation here. So is Ed Hauck in 4th, just kind of lurking? Is he going to be able to run fast enough lap times to track these guys down, as Smith is to the outside of Berlo? He has a fender that is going to drag him back. I would expect Wilken to push him to try to get to the outside of Berlo as well, as it's a drag race down the backstretch.
They are side by side all the way through, all the way down the backstretch, and Marquis Smith has a little bit of a nose advantage. Berlo sits there right behind him. It's going to be Marquis Smith.
I would expect Smith to make this pass and clear him down the backstretch.
Oh, Berlo drives it deep.
But that run on the outside for Smith, as Berlo gets a little loose, and Wilken's going to try to do it. It almost, oh gosh, it's so hard to tell, you know, what you should do as the 88 here. You're not worried about Smith. You want to keep clean air if you can. But at this point, you kind of just want to keep keep Wilken behind you, and you know, not being able to do that at this point, if he gets a run on the outside, is going to be difficult.
I wonder,
and like you said, Alan, chewing up that right front tire from being on the bottom, not being able to come up as high as he wants, as there's a car swirling in the background.
Yeah,
that's Brandon Benedict in the 16. And it looks like Smith is going to clear, not quite.
Fallen off. What?
And he's finally clear. Smith is clear into the lead, but Wilkens has fallen off, and I think that's tires. He pushed so hard, as Wilkens was 0.2 of a second off of Berlo and 0.3 of a second off Smith that last lap. So he's trying to back it down and cool that right front off and save this for the long run. You heard Berlo tell us it's going to be, there will be a pit stop at some point, whether that's under green or if we get a caution and everybody comes down at the same time. But if it's green flag, you want to be the first to pit last, don't you, Alan?
Well, kind of. If you want, if you want to lead laps, you want to be the first to the pit stops. However, if you want to win this race, you want your tires to be as even as possible for both runs. So, if you split the stage in half, that is going to give you the best chance at it.
Yeah, and right now we're not seeing any, we don't see much caution action, but as we got side-by-side battle back here with Jesse Hodges and Andrew Maletta, the 33 and 66, so we know these guys in the back. Yeah, we know these guys in the back can get together and just as easily as the guys in the front. So, you know, these guys back here battled much harder, it seems like, than the ones up front at times, and mistakes can happen whether you're up front or in the back. But right now, these guys are able to just keep it clean and doing a great job back here. So it looks like the 33 has gotten ahead of this group here, and he's going to try to track down Patrick Coros. We are halfway through the race already, and this race has gone by really fast with no cautions besides the stage break. So let's jump up here to the 128 of Jake Anderson running P5, and he has done a great job. He has moved himself up from 11th position to 5th. Brandon Benedict running 6th in the 16 truck. has moved himself up from 12th to 6th, doing a great job. But here comes the 10. Chris Bates started on the outside pole, had a pass-through penalty on lap 2, and has driven his way back up to 7th position, looking to pass that gorgeous Budweiser truck of Brandon Benedict, as the 128 is under Ed Hauck and looking to make a position. So we got battles for 4th and battles for 6th place right now, as the leaders have straightened out and continued marching on, as the 128 is going to pass Ed Hauck for that 4th position and set his sights on the 998 of Tim Wilken.
And it looks like Chris Bates has, well, he's gotten really close to passing that 16 of Brandon Benedict. Once he does, his sights will be set on that 7 car, who is ahead of him in points by one single measly point.
Yeah, there's points racing all throughout the field, and you got to know that Ed Hauck got those stage points, finishing 4th in the stage. So
very true.
I'm not sure where Brandon finished, so I can't say for sure where he was able to get to. But all of these guys doing Brandon Benedict, I'm sorry, and Chris Bates. Yeah, I put them together. But where Chris Bates, he didn't get any stage points because he was the last car on the lead lap. So Ed Hauck got 6, I believe. So. Just something that these guys are going to have to, one more thing they're going to have to put in their bank. So Ed up 7 points now on the 10 of Chris Bates.
Yeah.
And it looks like we are joined in the broadcast booth by Corey Melton, one of our beloved guest hosts, as the 88 of Nick Berlo is making a run on Marquis Smith for the lead. And into 3, they go side by side. And it looks like that long run that the 88 talked about when we had him at the stage break is coming back, as they're side by side off the corner.
That side by side
racing. And it looked like
racing.
Nick Berlo led that lap.
Looks like I
Sorry,
joined
go
at the
ahead.
right time.
Yeah.
How you
So-
guys
These
doing?
guys have been going at it, Corey. They restarted. It was the top 3 side by side, 1, 2, 3, for about 7 laps, and then the 20 started in 3rd and was able to work his way up to the lead. But Nick Berlo has that long pace now, and he is...
he gets into the apron!
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, it was, for sure.
Yeah. I remember that
Yeah.
name. He's got some good. I remember that long run.
Yeah, and he's got him cleared if he wants to clear him off of 2 here. And he's going to do it. He's going to...
Whoa!
But he gets loose. And that's going to give the 20 the outside. And this is what Tim Wilken wants to see.
Yeah, it is. These guys use up their tires trying to get in front of one another.
So, Corey, a little bit of a backstory here. 88 and 998 are currently 2 points, separated by 2 points. 88 got the stage win, which gave him 1 point over Tim Wilken. Let's see.
So he's ahead by 1 point right now because he's led the most laps and has led a lap. 998 has not led a lap, but if he can finish one position ahead of him, they would be in a tie. So I guess they would go to the best finisher of the race,
Which would more than likely be this race.
Is there any other
Yeah.
tight races for the final and like battle for 3rd
Yeah.
or 4th?
The
Third
7
position.
and the 10 are battling for 3rd position in points.
and they are separated by 1. Ed Hauck is
There.
up by 7 points now, as he got 6 stage points in the first stage, and the 10 had a pass-through penalty at the beginning of the race. But however, the 10, Chris Bates, has worked his way back up to 6th position after the stage break and is looking to track down Ed on track right now. The 10 just had the fastest lap in this most recent lap. So 0.3 of a second
33.17.
faster. Yeah,
Wow.
0.3 of a second faster than Ed here, so he is going to be able to catch him, as they are only 0.3 of a second separating them now. So Chris Bates has his eye set on the prize. Qualified on the outside pole, had a pass-through penalty, like we said, on lap number 2 for incidents that occurred at Martinsville last week. and he has Ed Hauck in his sights, and he is looking to capitalize. He knows he's got ground to make up after being involved in not getting any stage points in the first stage there. So, Corey, you've been involved in these points battles. You're the defending ASMR Series truck champion. Tell us what you're thinking here as you're watching this points battle. You did it last year. You beat Nick Berlo and your teammate Clark Jenikin. So what are you doing right now as you're Nick Berlo, Ed Hauck, Chris Bates, Tim Wilken, knowing you're 1 point away?
If I'm seeing the relative right, it looks like Berlo's right back on the 20s. Yeah, they're side by side again. So if I'm Berlo, I'm not doing this, to be honest. If I can't get out in front of him, I'm going to ride behind him, take care of my tires, and
he's sideways. Oh, he's loose. Yeah. Wow, he's spinning his tires.
Oh my god.
And the 128 has made it around the 998 of Tim Wilken. So that is that's another benefit to the 88 of Berlo here.
Take care of that truck.
Yeah, take care of the truck. Make sure you stay ahead of the 998 and don't worry about anybody else's race. If the 20 falls off far enough to where the 998 can, or the 88 can get around him, then make it happen. But otherwise, I'm going to be in cruise control and racing the 998 and no one else.
Well, he came into this race 2 points behind Tim Wilken, so I let him know at the stage break that he had taken the points lead, but he's almost racing like he doesn't know that.
Yeah, that's situational awareness gets hard, especially I don't know if he has a spotter or anybody, but anything like that to help him through the race. But situational awareness is tough when you're trying to drive strategy and understand the points on the same race.
Yeah, absolutely. It's difficult to know all of that while you're in the truck with nobody there helping you, and you're in the middle of a battle. Obviously, you want to win the race. You think you're behind on points. We tried to give him an update during that stage caution, but hard for him to know. I'm hearing drivers on the radio say they're pitting. It was a late call by the 128, but he is on pit road. He almost got ran over by Tim Wilken because he was in the middle of 3 and 4 when he called that out. So a late call for the 128, but this is going to start the cycle here.
We got 33 to go, so is this the last stop?
Yeah, this will be the last stop of the race unless there's a caution that comes out. So let's jump back up to the lead and see if there's anybody else going to be coming this time. It doesn't look like it here. Let's look at the 998 where he's running. And looks like Ed Hauck has pulled up on the 998. So that battle at the initial restart here after the stage break has killed Tim Wilken's tires here. As Ed Hauck gets into the wall into turn 1.
And look who's right next to him now.
Yep, that points battle for third position in points. It looks like Chris Bates has the advantage here, but who will choose to pit next? It looks like the 5 of Brian Tarnowski's on pit road. He's having a good run. He was running up in the top 10 before this pit stop. So got his first podium last week at Martinsville. And doing good. Chris Bates on pit road. And that is your first of the championship drivers to duck onto pit road here. And he's going to have a strong run once he may even be able to take the lead momentarily after all of this cycles out, as long as he doesn't speed.
Hey, what do you do here if you're at Wilken? Your tires have obviously you burned them up a little bit more than the leaders. Do you come in early, or do you wait for the full cycle so you don't get stuck with a caution on the pit cycle?
I'd say you got to come in early. Your tires are shot. You gotta take that chance.
Yeah, I would have honestly expected him to be in pit road already. I mean, he is 0.4 of a second off the leaders right now. You hear, I just heard 88 pitting. 998's gonna follow him. So.
That was a lot of smoke right there.
When you follow the leader, what do you do, Corey?
You follow
the leader. So we hear Larry Mack all the time. If you follow the leader, all you're going to do is follow the leader. So I feel that's kind of a mistake. I mean, I think he should have pitted when he first saw trucks bailing off the track. And we'll have to see how it cycles out. Berlo has been known to speed on pit road under high pressure situations. And looks like he's in his pit stall now. We'll have to wait.
998 missed his stall.
Oh, that is a killer right there.
Yeah,
If nothing happens to the 88, then that is just a massive mistake. Compiling different things, and it looks like he's clean in, clean out, and here comes Wilkins
that's a
right
big
behind
gap.
him. Ed Hauck takes the lead over, so he's going to lead this lap if he comes all the way back around, and that will be a bonus point for him as well. As the 20's on pit road. Go ahead.
Whoa, we got a crash. 90 car.
No caution.
Yeah, looks like he's got going again. Definitely got some front end damage.
Take a look at what happened.
Yeah, now Ed Hauck's on pit road, so he is not going to lead that lap.
That apron slick.
Looked like he just took the transition from apron to racetrack, and the truck did not like that banking.
Yeah, and good job on the admins not throwing the caution. He was not in the racing line. It was a single car spin in the middle of pit cycles. That could have been disastrous, as the 2 is now stopped on the backstretch.
Uh-oh.
He's out of gas.
That's what I would say.
So
yeah, that
as
thing
we're
is
coming
silent.
back up, as we're coming back up here, trying to see who's going to catch the lead. Looks like the 128
Man.
and the 20.
128 did
Oh,
come
the
into pit
88,
road early.
Nick Berlo has leapfrogged the 20, and the 10 of Chris Bates is right there in that. So yeah, Jake Anderson is going to be your leader.
I can tell you right now, from what I'm reading this right.
And
like
Nick
you
Berlo.
said, Alan,
go ahead, Corey.
sorry, buddy. Alan pointed out that he missed his stall by a little bit. It looks like Berlo's got quite a big advantage over Wilken now, so he can really be patient here, really not make any unnecessary risk, and just bring it home these last 26 laps.
Yeah, it looks like that 998 is now behind the 5 of Brian Tarnowski, about to make the pass, but lost a lot of ground on that pit stop.
Yeah, and someone else who lost a lot of ground staying out 2 extra laps is Ed Hauck. He went from 5th position down back to 10th. Obviously, he has fresher tires than everybody, but that gap is massive.
Huge.
What he's going to have to make up. And actually, he just jumped to 7th that time. But he is behind Tarnowski in 5th by 2 seconds. So not insurmountable with fresh tires, but he was on the back bumper of the 10, who has gapped him by, 8 seconds. So he lost a lot on that pit stop, probably being a little conservative, getting on and off pit road, trying not to speed and not push it. But he has a points cushion, looking to come home 3rd in the points, as we are looking at this battle right here between the 88 and the 20. But the guy who dominated that pit cycle is your current leader, the 128 of Jake Anderson. Entered pit road in 4th. He came 5 laps earlier than the rest of the field, and he currently sits on a 4-second lead, but these guys in 2nd and 3rd place are closing that gap quickly.
Yeah, I'm really
right
interested.
there.
I'm really interested to see what's gonna happen here over the course of this run, because we've got 23 laps to go, and these two that we're watching right here are running faster lap times than your leader right now.
Yeah, 0.4 of a second. That last lap, we'll see what it is at the line. Jake Anderson crosses the line here, and it's a 32.3 to a 31.7.
Wow, that's
So,
a big.
That's a half a second, and these guys are just going to keep putting laps together like that. So they're going to catch him, and they're going to be able to get around. So this is, we'll have to see. If a caution comes out, that throws a whole different thing into the mix. So good job on Jake Anderson to make that gutsy call, come out the leader, and then see where the chips fall.
I think he's going to play a lot of defense right here.
Yeah, he's going to have to, because once they catch him, their tires are going to be a little hotter, a little more worn, so it's going to be a little harder to actually complete the pass, especially based on what I've seen so far being in with you guys. But, man, I just can't help but notice the proof in the pudding of what might have happened if Tim had pitted early as well. Instead of being 9 seconds back, you could be ahead of Berlo trying to defend your position coming to the end instead of trying to play catch-up.
Even by just 1 lap, because they were 2 seconds off the pace when they came down pit road.
Yeah,
if
now
you
it
came
looks like
in
he's-
one lap before Nick Berlo, he would have been at least right there.
And guys, I want to jump back to Ed Hauck in that 7 machine. He has closed that 2-second gap. He's worked his way around Patrick Coro and Brian Tarnowski just at the start-finish line down the front stretch. And he is putting together some great lap times compared to someone like Chris Bates, who he's battling in points. He has 4-lap fresher tires, and he may catch him. I mean, that's a 4.5-second gap, but he's running... Well, I guess they ran about the same lap time last time, so...
That could have been with him making those passes, though.
Yeah,
32.
sure.
That's a 32.365 compared to a 32.136. And Bates is pretty much by himself. Well, no, that's not true.
It looks like from
Yeah.
the marbles and stuff, you might fill me in, Jesse, on the race, but it doesn't look like there's another real lane from what I'm telling you.
Maletta.
I don't.
No, some of the drivers were trying that second lane, and it wasn't really there. I mean, it worked to gain positions, but as far as completing time, making time up there, it just, it wasn't there long enough and good enough to make a lot of time. But nobody's tried it, and now it's too late with all the marbles up there. You would
You'd be
slide
done.
right into the wall.
Exactly, because that's what made me ask, because I saw the camera angle in 1 and 2, and all I see is marbles on that whole top lane, and I'm like, well, it doesn't look like anybody's giving that a try.
Yeah, and here they are. They're now down to under a second from the 128 of Jake Anderson, so they are catching him still. That time 0.4 of a second faster, but like you said, Corey, it is going to be much harder to get around him. Jake Anderson's going to make that oversteer motorsports truck as wide as possible.
Got to break out the Ryan Newman inside of him.
That's right.
For sure.
Well, what's interesting, though, I'm watching here is how many more laps does the 20 play nice and not go for it? Right now, he's staying behind him, making up time. How close does he get to Anderson before he makes a move?
I think he waits until he's trying to push him up there to catch Anderson. Now they have caught him, and I think as soon as they clear him, it's going to be game on.
Is he good?
Yeah,
oh,
there's
he's
Jake
gonna
up
throw
there
a
to
block
block.
right there. And
And-
Berlo to the inside. Jake,
That's
Wastes no time.
yeah, Jake couldn't do anything about that. Berlo got up
Well-
real close to him and then dove to the inside, and Jake, there was no way Jake
He's
was
doing
blocking
something
that.
about it now. He's holding tight on the outside, going to side draft down the front stretch. Still side by side for the lead. It is a matter of
Oh,
time.
and
They
bump!
do it.
Oh!
And there comes
And
the
that's gonna
20.
that's going to give Smith the inside lane. And he's going to clear him off the corner. But yeah, that could have been disastrous for Nick Berlo. Hard
Wow.
to tell what happened there exactly because it happened so fast. I don't know if Nick entered higher than
Yeah, he
Jake
did.
was expecting him to. That's what it looked like to me. And just tight racing here with somebody that's, 0.4 of a second faster than you are, and things happen fast. But good job on Nick to hold on to that truck and maintain the position.
Where was Jake before pits? You said he was fourth?
And Jake's in the wall.
He's in the wall
But,
hard.
he was in fourth position, so before that mistake there, he would have been able to hold on to that. But
Yeah.
that's going to hurt the truck big time, as that's going to cause a lot of aero damage, and that 10 of Chris Bates is lurking.
And you could see
And-
him in turn 3 and 4. He was loose on corner exits, so hitting that wall really messed up the handling on that car.
Yeah, when you're already on old tires and the thing's already getting tough to drive, and you hit the wall and get some aero push like that, it becomes a very not fun drive.
No, absolutely not. And you see Marquise Smith, or Tim Wilkins there on the screen, and he's still just trying to stay ahead of Ed Hauck, who is closing in on him. Ed is currently about a 1.5 seconds behind Wilkins, and is going to try to get that position because Chris Bates closing on Jake Anderson, still 3 seconds back with 12 laps to go. So hard to make up that big of a gap, but Jake Anderson, his lap times have slowed down, but then again, so have Chris Bates, as he was one of the other first ones on pit road. And back up front, the 88 of Nick Berlo has put a little bit of a gap on the 20 truck. They were nose to tail a few laps ago, as we now have 11 to go.
And
Corey, what are you looking to do here as if you're the 20 truck? Are you cooling your stuff down and making another run at it, or what do you think?
Well, I'm going to make sure I do minimal wheel input and keep the back tires happy with until about 5 to 6 to go. I'll try to creep in there. I can see the 88's got some right rear damage, and with iRacing, you never know, that could actually help or hurt. But right now, it looks like it might be helping because the 20 was on him the whole time catching Anderson. So now that they're by him and the 88's pulled by 2/10, you can't help but wonder if the 20 is going to wait and try to make a move, or is he just going to let the 88 take the title and the win?
Yeah, it looks like the 88 rear spoiler is hiked up just a little bit, and we know that does help with downforce, but it slows you on the straightaway, but in those corners, it definitely makes you more secure.
And that's from the damage that's from the contact that he had with the 128 when the 128 was trying to side draft and the 88 pushed up a little bit. So we'll see what kind of effect that has for sure.
Well, and that took away his 0x too, so no extra point for Berlo.
That's very true.
Now, he is 3 positions ahead of Wilkens at this time, but and he got the stage win, which was an additional point. He's led the most laps, an additional point, so he should comfortably have the lead of the points championship if everything stays the same. You see the lap truck of the 90 of Ramos up there, so
bad spot.
He's gonna have to, just be careful. And Corey, I think you're right. I think Smith is just kind of lurking back there, cooled his stuff down, and with the 88, the 88 catching him at that wrong time, the lap truck definitely made up some time, but you see him pull off corner exit there.
Yep, that's what I noticed. As soon as I saw that 90, first I was just hoping he wouldn't wreck because it's all marbles up there, but then it's perfect to give the 20 a chance to catch back up to him and maybe make a last few lap move. I don't know how he's going to make the pass. They seem to be so close in time, and even if he gets there, I'm not sure how he's going to get around him.
Yeah, and you're looking at the 128 of Jake Anderson, and that's the 66 truck behind him, a lap down of Andrew Maletta, but Anderson has really fallen off the pace as we're working 7 laps to go, and you see that truck in the background with that green spoiler. That's the 10, Chris Bates, trying to close that gap, and he is only 0.6 of a second behind. I think the last time we checked it was 3 or 4 seconds, and he's really closed that gap. Jake did a lot of damage to that right front when he hit that wall, as we now have 6 laps to go.
Yeah, Jake definitely is going to regret hitting that wall. It was going to work out for probably a solid podium, and him hitting that wall, he's got to be. I've raced with him quite a few times, and I'm sure he's beating himself up right now.
Yeah, as you see Chris Bates on the inside, trying to get on the inside. Thought he was there, not quite there. And Jake's going to, again, be Ryan Newman here and try to make that truck as wide as possible.
Oh, man, he is definitely doing the arrow push on Chris Bates, being an aggressive blocker here.
Yep.
Well, and that's what he's got to do right now. He's buddies with Ed Hauck, and he's trying to help his friend out right now, as we've got 5 laps to go, and the 88 still out front right now, pulled some distance on the 20, so we're going to stay on this battle here for 3rd position. You see Jake running that bottom line. He says, you're not going underneath me. Go around me if you want, but not giving you the easy line. And you can see...
I'm frustrated if I'm the 10 right there. I can tell you right now, he's not happy with Jake's driving, but whenever you get in the stage of the race, you got to take everything you get, and right now Jake's got to use the arrow push.
Oh, man!
10 said no, thanks.
Oh, man!
Frustrated, and we've seen this a lot. These guys back here battling get frustrated, and there's a wreck with 1 or 2 laps to go. Nick Berlo does not want to see that. These guys on the radio are trying to jinx the Berlo here, giving him a lot of crap.
Oh, and he comes down and makes contact, and this is a non-playoff driver, a Cup Series regular, racing a playoff driver like this. And Ed Hauck is right there behind these guys. So,
oh wow,
Chris Bates, Chris Bates is just trying to put some distance so he can get that 3rd position in points. Well,
Ed
have a possibility at it. But here is Ed Hauck.
As Nick is taking the 2 to go here, so we're going to stay on this battle until the white flag, but the 10, I have a feeling, is getting fed up, and he's going to turn him here in a minute.
I'm not gonna lie. At this
he's
point,
there.
as a driver, Anderson's going around.
You'd be
right there.
considering it.
Yeah, he's getting the chrome horn.
Well, and he may wait till the white flag lap as
Anderson in the
let it
wall.
roll again.
Oh, there he goes.
And maybe a little bit of karma for him, and I know Chris Bates is thinking that. And the 88 is on the front stretch. Nick Berlo takes the white flag. The 20 of Marquis Smith. So this is Nick Berlo, who has dominated this race. He qualified on pole. He came into the race 2 points behind Tim Wilkins. And here he is, led the most laps. He has dominated the race. He worked himself around the 20 with pit stops and stopping before the 20. Marquis not able to get around him, and here he comes off of turn 4. Nick Berlo has won the race at Atlanta as well as the ASMR Hauck Designs Truck Series Championship. And Marquis Smith comes in second. Ed Hauck not able to get around the 10 of Chris Bates, but I believe that is going to be enough with the stage points that he is able to clinch that 3rd position. So Tim Wilkins finishes the points in second, finishes the race in 5th position. So congratulations to Nick Berlo. We have a new champion.
No. Well, I came in at a good time. That was a pretty exciting last 40 or 50 laps.
And we got Nick Berlo up in the booth. Nick, man, you did an awesome job. You're the new champion of the ASMR Hauck Designs Truck Series. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Man, you had some tight moment there with the 128. I think he thought you were going to turn in a little sooner than you did. You kind of hung it out there. He touched your right rear and really about cost you a lot there. So you're able to hang on, and that was just an amazing save. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that was sketchy. Some of those non-playoff drivers are about to give me an aneurysm, that's for sure. Being a little tight right there, but it worked out in the end, so it's all good.
Yeah, if you would have seen him back in the pack, the 128 and the 10 about caused that caution late when everybody was trying to jinx you. So you would have had your heart rate going even further.
Oh, you have no idea. I've lost like 2 or 3 races this season because of cautions in the last like 10 laps. I could just see it coming, but thankfully I guess my reverse karma got me this time. Allowed it to stay green.
Yeah, man. Well, you did an awesome job, and we're stoked for you. We have last year's champion here, Corey Melton. Corey, do you have anything to say to the guy that dethroned you?
Well, I mean, I guess that's one way to put it, even though I didn't race. But, man, I'm not surprised. I mean, Berlo was great every time I've raced against him. So, congrats, man. How, first question, how you feeling? And 2, did you realize those last 40 or 50 laps that you had surpassed Wilken in points?
Yeah, trust me, I knew exactly what the point scenario was going into this thing. I was tracking that the whole time. I was kind of keeping my eye on Wilken more than anything else. If it came down to it, I was going to let Marquis to take it to not sabotage my championships. I didn't know if we were going to wreck at one point, but yeah, I knew the score.
Yeah, that's what we were saying, because there at the end we were like, the 20, is he waiting or is he being nice to the 88? What's going to happen, And I was like, I think Nick's smart enough. I think he's. I hope he's not going to do anything to jeopardize the big picture here.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, just limit mistakes. And
yeah, man, you did a good job. Wilken missed his pit box there on that last stop, and it really made the last 30 or 40 laps, I assume, a little less stressful.
Oh yeah, a little bit. Oh, my engine just blew for some reason. All right. Cool.
Well, congrats, buddy.
Yeah, man. Nick, before we let you go, do you got anybody to thank here before we let you go celebrate?
Man, I just want to thank everybody in this league, man. This league's always a blast. I know we've had some change of broadcasts, but I love when you guys do it, man. I love talking to y'all. It's always a good time. Just adds that other element to it. But I want to give an extra shout out for Ed Hauck for giving me this new paint scheme I've ran the last 2 weeks. Definitely an upgrade from my last one. So shout out to him and his works for sure. He does a good job.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, you did an awesome job. You capped off the championship. You came in behind. You took the bull by the horns and you wrestled it to the ground and chopped its head off, man. Congratulations.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, me too.
All right, buddy.
All right,
Well, we'll
guys.
let you go and we'll see you down in general
See you,
here
Nick.
after the race.
Sounds good. Have a good one.
All right, see ya. All right, Nick Berlo, your 2021 ASMR Hawk Designed champion. And let's get Marquis Smith in the booth, and I moved him to the wrong room. Marquis Smith, buddy, I got you in the right room this time, man. Another solid run for you. Congratulations on that podium.
Yeah, thanks.
And so we saw you racing with the 88 there. You and Wilkins and him after that restart, man. What an epic battle. Side by side for at least 10 laps. And you were able to come out on that and then kind of lost the lead on those pit cycles. Ultimately, what would be the lead to Berlo there. How much did him racing for the championship impact how you were racing him there towards the end?
Yeah, I mean, I came in super late. I don't want to screw up anyone's playoff hopes or anything like that. So, I mean, I wanted to win, but at the same time, I wasn't gonna squeeze them to the wall or anything. So, I was being pretty conservative with it. I wasn't trying to cause any kind of trauma.
Well, you did awesome, man. We thought for a minute there that you were going to take the fight to these guys like you did last week at Martinsville. So, what was that battle like in the truck with you three after that restart?
It's probably the most exciting part of the race for me, anyway. I mean, just racing hard, and from the first start, I knew that being pinched on the bottom wasn't good. It just kills your momentum and kills your tires. So I figured I'd back off and try the outside, and ended up kind of being the way to go. Me and Berlo raced each other pretty hard door to door there, and I appreciate, racing with respect, not dooring someone or pushing them into the wall or anything like that. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys we're watching when you guys caught the 128 of Jake Anderson there towards the end to recapture the lead. When you saw those two make contact, what went through your head?
I was thinking, oh God, please don't come down the track. So I was committed to the inside. As I heard them get together, I kind of saw the end of it, and then from my angle, it almost looked like Berlo was pretty loose coming down the track. So I was just kind of, I'm going to keep my foot and see what happens here. But yeah, thankfully nothing bad came of it.
Yeah, well, congratulations on your podium finish, man. And you did a great job. So anybody out there you want to thank before we let you go?
MPN, Elite Performance Industries, Tributed.com. The big name on the side of the truck.
Yeah. That we now know as a company, not a driver.
It's a company. Yeah, no, not how I feel about people on track. And honestly, everyone in ASMR for letting us come out and race. It's been a lot of fun, and I think we found a home for you guys this next season, and hopefully we should be there start to finish.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. It's been a pleasure watching you these last 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll see you next season.
Yeah,
hey, nice gold on the interior frame.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, my blinged out cage.
yeah, I'm digging it.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll talk at you at General here when we're done.
All right.
All right, see ya. All right, now let's get third place championship runner, Mr. Ed Hauck, up in the broadcast booth with Alan, Corey, and Jesse here. You are the namesake of the series, man. You put on a great show. You came home third in the championship points, and you put on a lot of these paint schemes on these guys' trucks. So first off, congratulations on the points finish, and tell us about your race there, man. You were making a hard charge at Wilkens toward the end.
Buddy. Yeah, it was. I saved a little too much tire. That was it. Once we came in and made our last pit stop, I was saving, just trying to run 0.6s, 0.7s, and I probably just saved a little too much. Got door to door with Bates there with 2 to go, I think, and yeah, just decided not to press the issue. It really wasn't going to advance me in points, but fun race. Glad everybody raced fairly clean. No cautions for accidents. So yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, man. Well, you sponsored this league this year, and Hauck Designs. You put on a lot of the paint schemes that we see on track, and you did an amazing job this season with all that. And we're thankful that we were able to come in and get these last 2 races for you guys. What's it like to make those paint schemes, and what does that do for you to be able to make those for all these guys in this league?
I have a blast with it. Honestly, I told Brian at one point, it's like I have as much fun with that painting them as I do racing them. So yeah, it's a blast. I like everybody getting to have a little something special in their car. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I thank the league for letting me sponsor the series, and hopefully we'll be able to do the same next season, whatever series we end up with.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, congratulations. I think we're going to try to get Nick back up here so you can present the trophy to him, the virtual trophy. So let's get Nick back up in the booth, man. We just wanted to have that trophy presented to you here through Ed Hauck. So, Ed, go ahead, take it away.
Congratulations, Nick. Well fought fight all year. And Nick's, he gets the virtual trophy, but he's actually going to get a real trophy. Nick's going to get a 124 scale of his truck with his wrap, and I'm honored to have wrapped that truck for him. So congrats, buddy.
I appreciate it. Yep, that wrap is amazing too. I love it all. I can't wait to actually see the actual die cast of it in person.
Yeah. The bad news is you got to be patient, because I talked to the guy today and he's 90 days out. But the order goes in tomorrow morning, buddy.
All right. Well, I definitely appreciate that. It'll be cool. I can't wait. I expected a long wait time anyway, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, very cool.
Well, that's better than the NASCAR.com or Racing USA, where you get it like next October. So
right.
I think that's better. So.
That's because they got to make it, and then it's got to sit in a container for a few years.
Exactly. So, well, congratulations, Nick. Ed, thanks for joining us here. We're going to wrap up the broadcast, and then we will be down there to chat with you guys.
All right. I want to thank you guys for doing the last 2 broadcasts. That was everybody appreciates it. We went with a few races out of broadcasting the trucks, but thank you guys for bailing us out, and great job. Can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you guys for having
Congrats,
us.
fellas, on the first and the podium.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, so that was your champion and your league sponsor here, Nick Berlo. Alan, why don't you go ahead and wrap us up here at the end, and we'll get out of here, Atlanta.
Yeah, thanks for having me on here real quick, guys. Appreciate you bringing me in for their final race. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Corey, we appreciate you joining us, and it's always fun having you up here, and we look forward to having you again, hopefully in the future.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right, thanks, buddy.
I thought that was an awesome race. We had a lot of fun broadcasting these last 2 races. We really did, and this most recent one, it went green all the way to the end. Like, what do we do with all this extra time? So we did a trophy presentation, and we got some extra people up into the booth to do some interviews, and this was just a lot of fun. And Coro, I know you're gonna watch this after the fact, but man, if you just consider having us for broadcasting it next season, and I think it's gonna be a really good time. Jesse or Corey, if you guys have anything to say, it's all yours.
Yeah, I want to echo Alan's voice there and just appreciate Patrick and everybody that puts this league on to let us come in here for the last 2 races. It's a lot of fun coming back and joining with these guys that we raced with last season, and looking forward to possibly being able to do it again. And so congratulations to Nick Berlo, your 2021 ASMR Hauck Designs champion. And then Tim Wilkens, 2nd place. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Ed Hauck, Chris Bates, all of the rest who have put in all the time and effort to be able to do this league this season. This is Jesse Rathman, Alan Bledsoe, Corey Melton with the Electronic Motorsports Network. Have a good night.